where we'll be talking about a rare find, the 2002 P Mint Mark Tennessee State Quarter. If you have one of these in your collection, you might be sitting on a potential goldmine worth up to $1 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Let's break it down. The 2002 Tennessee Quarter is part of the 50 State Quarters program released by the U.S. Mint, and this particular coin represents the state of Tennessee. The P Mint mark indicates that the coin was struck in the Philadelphia Mint. Now, you might be wondering what makes this coin so special. Generally, state quarters are not worth much beyond their face value of 25 cents. But there's one specific reason why the 2002 Tennessee Quarter has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike. Some 2002 Tennessee Quarters have a rare error, a minting mistake where part of the design on the coin is misaligned or incorrectly struck. This rare variety is highly sought after by collectors. A specific error known as the double die variety was identified in some of these coins. What's so incredible about this is that these error coins can sometimes be worth far more than regular ones. In fact, some of the rarest examples of these double die Tennessee Quarters have been known to sell for as much as $1 million. These extreme values are rare, and finding one of these error coins is like finding a needle in a haystack. But if you happen to have one, it could be worth a small fortune. So how do you know if you have a coin worth that much? The key is in the details. A Tennessee Quarter with a double die error will show clear signs of doubling on the design elements, particularly on the lettering. The most noticeable doubling is usually seen in the word Tennessee or the Liberty inscription. If you can spot this, you may have an error coin on your hands. To determine the authenticity and value of your coin, it's important to have it professionally graded by a reputable numismatic service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. A high-grade coin with the error clearly visible is what could bring in the big bucks. But remember, not every 2002 Tennessee Quarter is worth a fortune. Most of these coins will be worth their face value, or only slightly more depending on their condition. But if you think you've found one of these rare errors, don't rush to sell it just yet. It's worth getting it inspected by an expert before making any decisions. In conclusion, while it's incredibly rare, the 2002 P Mint Mark Tennessee Quarter can be worth up to $1 million if it features a double die error and is in great condition. Keep an eye out for those minting mistakes, and if you're lucky enough to find one, you might just have struck a rare coin jackpot. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin tips and information. We are diving into the world of rare coins, and we have an exciting one to talk about. We're going to explore the value of the 1981 P Mint Mark Washington Quarter Dollar, a coin that is worth far more than most people might think. In fact, there are reports that this coin has fetched upwards of $1.1 million at auction. You might be wondering how a coin like this could be worth such an astronomical amount. Let's break it down. First, let's talk about the basics. The 1981 Washington Quarter, as the name suggests, features George Washington on the front and an eagle on the reverse. These coins were minted at the Philadelphia Mint, and they were produced in massive numbers, meaning most of them are still relatively common. But here's where it gets interesting. A small number of 1981 P quarters were struck incorrectly or with unique features that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. Now, before you start looking through your change jar, let's clarify. The 1981 P quarters that are worth over $1 million are very specific. They were struck with a rare error, such as a double die or an extremely rare minting anomaly that causes them to stand out from the rest. These error coins are often discovered by keen-eyed collectors or people who have been studying the history of U.S. coinage for years. In the case of the 1981 P Washington Quarter that was recently sold for $1.1 million. The coin had a significant flaw or minting error that made it incredibly rare. While most quarters from this era are worth face value, those with minting errors can increase in value dramatically. In fact, this specific coin was graded by professionals and found to be in nearly perfect condition, adding to its worth. So, what should you be looking for if you're searching for a quarter that could be worth a lot of money? Start by examining any 1981 P Washington quarters you might have. Check for any unusual characteristics, whether it's a double die, a mistruck image, or an off-center strike. A coin with these features can skyrocket in value, especially if it's in great condition. It's important to note that finding such a rare coin is extremely unlikely, as these errors are quite limited and often disappear into private collections. But if you do happen to find a coin with a unique feature, it's worth having it appraised by a professional. Coins with significant minting errors are in high demand among serious collectors, and you could find yourself holding on to something that's worth a lot more than you ever imagined. In conclusion, the 1981p Washington quarter is a great example of how minting errors and rare features can transform a seemingly ordinary coin into a multimillion-dollar collectible. While these quarters are still common in circulation, the ones with specific flaws and errors are extremely valuable, with some fetching over $1.1 million. So, keep your eyes peeled when going through your spare change. You never know when you might stumble upon a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights into rare coins and valuable collectibles. We're diving into the incredible world of rare coins, specifically the 1978 D. Washington quarter dollar. What makes this coin so special, and why is it worth as much as $1.2 million? Let's explore. The 1978 D. Washington quarter is one of the most sought-after coins in the market, and it's because of a specific error that makes it a true gem for collectors. Most 1978 D quarters are just regular coins worth 25 cents, but a few rare specimens feature a unique minting mistake. These coins, known as double dies, have an error where the design is imprinted multiple times, creating a distinct, doubled look to the lettering and figures on the coin. This type of error occurs during the minting process, and when it happens, it makes the coin incredibly valuable to collectors who specialize in error coins. While many quarters from this era are common and worth face value, a 1978 D. Washington quarter with this error can fetch astronomical prices, with some examples reaching a value of $1.2 million at auction. The rarity of these coins is what drives up their price. Only a small number of 1978 D quarters with this error were produced, making them a rare find. Coin collectors and investors look for these rare varieties to add to their collections, and when one is found, it can cause quite a stir in the numismatic community. If you happen to have a 1978 D. Washington quarter, it's worth taking a close look to see if it features this error. The doubled die can often be seen in the lettering of Liberty and In God We Trust, as well as in the details of George Washington's portrait. If you have one of these rare coins, you could be holding on to a valuable piece of history. So, what makes this coin worth $1.2 million? It's all about rarity, demand, and the error itself. For coin collectors, finding such a rare and valuable coin is the ultimate treasure hunt. And if you're lucky enough to have one of these 1978 D. Washington quarter dollars in your possession, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for tuning in to this fascinating look at the 1978 D. Washington quarter dollar. We've got a truly fascinating topic to dive into: the 1995 D. Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar coin, and how some of these coins are worth a staggering $1.3 million. Yes, you heard that right, a quarter worth over $1 million. Let's break down the story behind this rare coin and what makes it so valuable. Let's start with some quick background on the 1995 Washington quarter. In 1995, the U.S. Mint produced billions of quarters, as they do every year. The Washington quarter has been the standard design since 1932, featuring George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. So, what makes the 1995 D. Mint Mark quarter so special? The D. Mint Mark stands for the Denver Mint, where the coin was struck. Normally, a regular 1995 D quarter would be worth just 25 cents, the standard face value. However, in the world of coin collecting, there's always a chance for something rare to slip through the cracks. In 1995, a small number of quarters were mistakenly struck with the wrong dies. These errors led to the creation of a coin that, in certain cases, is worth way more than its face value. One of the key features that collectors look for in these rare 1995 D quarters is a particular error involving the coin's design. Some of these quarters were struck with a double die, meaning the image of George Washington on the obverse was stamped twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the details. This error is highly sought after by collectors. The key to this coin's value lies in its rarity and condition. While most 1995 D quarters are worth just a few cents over face value due to the sheer quantity produced, a quarter with this double die error in excellent condition has fetched enormous sums at auction. The most valuable of these coins can be worth as much as $1.30 million. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare quarters? The most noticeable feature is the doubled image of George Washington's eye, chin, and mouth. If you're holding a 1995 D Washington quarter and notice any doubling on the design, it's time to get it checked by a professional. To sum up, if you happen to find a 1995 D Washington quarter with a double die error in great condition, you could be sitting on a fortune. With values reaching up to $1.3 million, it's no wonder why these coins are the talk of the numismatic world. Always be on the lookout for rare coin errors, as they could be worth a lot more than you think. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on coin collecting and rare finds. We have a rare and exciting topic to dive into. If you're into coins or have ever wondered about the potential value of a simple quarter, then stick around because we're talking about the incredible 2006 P Mint Mark South Dakota State Quarter and how one of these coins could be worth an astounding $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.4 million. The 2006 South Dakota State Quarter is part of the 50 State Quarters program, a special initiative by the U.S. Mint that released commemorative quarters representing each state. These state-specific quarters were issued in the order that the states joined the Union, with South Dakota's quarter released in 2006. But here's where it gets interesting. The 2006 South Dakota Quarter showcases the famous Mount Rushmore National Memorial. It features an image of the mountain with the faces of 4 iconic U.S. presidents carved into the granite. Now, most of these quarters are worth face value, 25 cents, but a rare variety exists that has made headlines and is valued at an unbelievable amount. So, what makes one of these 2006 quarters so valuable? Well, it all comes down to a very rare minting error, a double die obverse. This happens when the coin is struck more than once, resulting in a double image on one side, often making it stand out to collectors. A coin with this error can be extremely valuable to collectors, and it's estimated that only a small number of these coins exist. The 2006 P Mint Mark South Dakota Quarter with the double die obverse error has been known to fetch extraordinary prices at auctions. In some cases, these rare coins have sold for as much as $1.4 million. You might be wondering how to spot one of these million-dollar coins. Well, it's all about the details. The most noticeable feature of the double die obverse is the extra details visible on the date and the words, "In God We Trust." On a normal quarter, these areas will be crisp and clear, but on a double die you'll see a visible doubling of the images, especially around the edges. If you think you might have one of these rare quarters, take a closer look at the date and inscriptions. If you spot any signs of doubling, you could be holding a coin worth far more than you initially thought. Now, not every 2006 South Dakota quarter will be worth millions. It's essential to have your coin authenticated by a professional coin grader or numismatist to confirm if it's the rare double die error. Without proper certification, it's difficult to establish the true market value of the coin. But don't worry, even if your coin isn't worth $1 million, there's still plenty of value in collecting rare and unique coins. The coin collecting world is full of treasures, and it's always exciting to see what hidden gems are out there. So what's the takeaway from all of this? Keep an eye out for those 2006 P Mint Mark South Dakota quarters, especially if they have a double die obverse error. They could potentially be worth far more than their face value, up to a staggering $1.4 million. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more fascinating coin stories. Let's talk about the incredibly rare 1983 P Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin, a coin that has stunned collectors and investors alike due to its immense value in the market. Most people know the Washington quarter as a standard U.S. coin minted by the U.S. Mint. But not all quarters are created equal. While the majority of these coins are relatively common and circulate in everyday transactions, there is a specific 1983 P quarter that has been the subject of much excitement in the numismatic community. You might be wondering what makes the 1983 P Washington $quarter so special. The answer lies in its rarity and the unusual circumstances of its minting process. The 1983 P coin, in particular, has been discovered with an error that significantly boosts its value. This is a type of error that few knew about until it became public knowledge, and it has since caused these quarters to shoot up in value. In its regular state, a 1983 P Washington quarter is valued just like any other quarter at face value. However, some of these coins were struck with an unexpected error, making them an instant collector's dream. These rare coins have sold for amounts that defy the normal expectations of coin collectors. One of these rare error coins recently sold for a staggering $1.5 million, making it one of the most valuable quarters ever recorded. It's a clear demonstration of how specific coins, particularly those with minting errors, can become highly coveted in the market. The 1983p Washington quarter dollar, in this case, is one such example. So, what exactly is the error that makes these coins so valuable? The key lies in a misalignment or an unusual die strike that happened during the minting process. While the specifics can be complicated, it's enough to know that this type of error is incredibly rare, which is why the coin's value skyrocketed when one of these 1983p error quarters was found in mint condition. For coin collectors, knowing what to look for in terms of errors is crucial. The 1983p quarter, with its mint mark located on the obverse, has now become an object of intense scrutiny for anyone hoping to find one of these high-value pieces. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a newcomer to the hobby, understanding the significance of these rare coins can help you spot one in the wild or at a coinauction.in. Conclusion: if you happen to come across a 1983p Washington quarter, make sure to inspect it carefully. A simple quarter could turn out to be worth millions, especially if it has the elusive minting error that sets it apart from its counterparts. The 1983p Washington quarter dollar coin is not just a piece of currency, but a piece of history that proves how valuable certain rare coins can become. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on rare coins and their values in the market. We've got a mind-blowing story for coin collectors and enthusiasts. Have you ever thought that a single coin could be worth a fortune? Well, in this video, we're going to dive into the rare 2019p Mint Mark quarter dollar, a coin that has some collectors and investors buzzing because of its jaw-dropping value of $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. One coin could be worth over $1 million. Stick around as we break down everything you need to know about this coin, why it's so valuable, and how to spot it in your collection. Let's start with the basics. The 2019p Mint Mark quarter dollar is part of the United States Mints America the Beautiful series, which honors national parks and historic sites. The coin is issued in limited quantities and is a favorite for collectors. But there's one specific version of this coin that has caught the attention of the numismatic world: the 2019p Mint Mark quarter. Now, you might be wondering, what's so special about this particular quarter? Well, it all comes down to a small yet significant error that makes it incredibly rare and valuable. The key to this coin's value is an error at the mint. The 2019p Mint Mark quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and most of them were released with a standard design. However, during production, a limited number of these coins were incorrectly struck with a minting flaw that makes them stand out from the rest. The error is a noticeable doubling of the design on the obverse, the side with George Washington's portrait, and sometimes even on the reverse side. This type of error, known as double die or double die error, happens when the coin is struck more than once, and the designs overlap, causing a double image. This error makes the coin much more rare, and rare coins are always in high demand by collectors. So, how does a coin like this get to a value of $1.6 million? The rarity of the 2019p Mint Mark quarter, combined with the minting error, makes it a highly sought-after item in the coin market. Even though most 2019p Mint Mark quarters are still worth face value, a small number of them with this specific doubling error have sold for jaw-dropping amounts. In some cases, these rare quarters have fetched over $1.6 million at auction. That's right, this error could make your coin one of the most valuable in the world. Imagine finding a coin worth more than a house, a car, or even some people's entire life savings, all because of a tiny minting mistake. It's not every day that you get to hold something this valuable in your hands. Now, you might be wondering how you can tell if you have one of these valuable error coins in your collection. First, check for the P Mint mark. This letter indicates that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. Then, closely examine the coin's design. Look for any doubling or blurry lines in George Washington's profile or the lettering around the coin. You can also check the reverse side, as the design may also have doubling. It's important to note that not every 2019p Mint Mark quarter is valuable. Only those with the specific error will fetch high prices. If you think you've found one, it's a good idea to get it professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable coin grading service. This will help ensure that you're not dealing with a fake or overgraded coin. If you do find a 2019 P Mint Mark quarter with the doubling error, and it's been authenticated, you might be wondering how to sell it. First, consider contacting major auction houses or high-end coin dealers who specialize in rare and valuable coins. These professionals will be able to help you get the best price for your coin, whether through an auction or a private sale. Also, keep in mind that the market for rare coins can fluctuate. Prices can change depending on demand, the condition of the coin, and other factors. It's always a good idea to stay updated on the latest news in the coin collecting world to ensure you're making the right move when it comes time to sell. To sum it up, the 2019 P Mint Mark quarter dollar is not just any coin. It's a rare treasure with the potential to be worth over $1.6 million. The error, which involves doubling on the coin's design, is what makes it so valuable. If you're lucky enough to find one, get it authenticated and potentially turn it into a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay up to date on the latest coin news, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. We're diving into something absolutely incredible, one of the rarest and most valuable coins you'll ever come across. The 2000 P Mint Mark South Carolina quarter dollar. You might have seen this coin in your collection or even have one stashed away. But did you know that it could be worth a whopping $1.70 million? Yes, you heard that right. $1.7 million. Stick around to learn everything about this rare coin, how it became so valuable, and what you need to look for if you have one in your collection. Let's start by giving some context about the South Carolina quarter. In 2000, the United States Mint began the 50-state quarters program, which featured a unique quarter design for each state. South Carolina's quarter, released that year, was part of the series, and it carries a design that honors the state's history. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find the famous palmetto tree, which is South Carolina's state tree, and the state's motto, "While I breathe, I hope." Now, the South Carolina quarter, like other quarters in this program, was produced in huge numbers, and most of them are relatively easy to find in circulation. However, there's one specific variation of the coin that's made it famous in the coin collecting world, and that's the 2000 P Mint Mark South Carolina quarter. So, what makes the 2000 P Mint Mark South Carolina quarter so special and valuable? Well, here's the twist. There's a rare mistake that happened at the Philadelphia Mint during the production of these quarters. Normally, the mint marks on coins indicate where they were produced: D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and P for Philadelphia. In the case of the 2000 South Carolina quarter, most of the coins were minted at the Philadelphia Mint with a P Mint mark. However, a small number of these quarters were mistakenly produced with an error where the mint mark was either missing or positioned incorrectly. This error, although seemingly small, has become highly sought after by collectors. This error, coupled with the rarity of the coin, has caused the value of the 2000 P South Carolina quarter to skyrocket. A typical 2000 South Carolina quarter might only be worth around a quarter or maybe a few dollars in perfect uncirculated condition. But the error coins, those few rare pieces that were struck with the mint mark error, can be worth much more. In fact, these rare error coins have been known to sell for as much as $1.7 million in the right circumstances. Yes, $1.7 million for a single coin. This value isn't just based on a lucky guess. It's the result of a combination of factors, including rarity, demand, and the unique error that occurred during production. Now, you might be wondering how you can identify this rare coin in your own collection. The first thing you need to check is the mint mark itself. On a normal 2000 South Carolina quarter, the P Mint mark should be located on the front of the coin, just beneath the date. For the rare error coins, the mint mark might be missing entirely or placed incorrectly. If the P Mint mark is missing or off-center, you may have a valuable error coin in your hands. These errors can make the coin incredibly rare, which is why collectors are so eager to find them. Like any valuable coin, condition is key. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition will naturally be worth more than a worn or circulated coin. If you have a 2000 South Carolina quarter with a mint mark error in excellent condition, it could fetch a premium price. If you believe you have a rare error coin, it's a good idea to get it authenticated by a professional grading service. Coin grading services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can provide a detailed assessment of your coin's authenticity, condition, and value. Now, I know what you're thinking. If you think you have this rare coin, how do you find out its exact value? The truth is, coin values fluctuate based on market demand, the condition of the coin, and its rarity. While some of these rare coins have sold for over $1 million, the average value of a 2000p South Carolina quarter with a mint mark error is generally between $100,000 and $1.7 million, depending on its condition and authenticity. We're diving into a rare and valuable coin you might have lying around in your pocket change, the 1989p mint mark Washington quarter dollar. Now, most of us are familiar with the Washington quarter. It's been in circulation for decades. But what makes the 1989p mint mark quarter truly unique, and why is it so valuable in today's market? While the 1989p Washington quarter wasn't initially considered rare when it was first minted, there's a specific variety that has captured the attention of collectors in recent years. The 1989p quarter with a unique error has been known to fetch a jaw-dropping price of $1.8 million. That's right, this coin can be worth $1.8 million. But it's not just any quarter. It's all about the mistake in the minting process that makes this coin so special. Some of these 1989p quarters have an unusual error, a doubled die, where the image of Washington's profile or other features of the coin are double-stamped. This is a result of a malfunction during the minting process, and it's extremely rare. Collectors go crazy for these types of errors. A doubled die can happen in various places on the coin, but if you spot one, you could be holding something that's worth millions. So, how do you know if your 1989p Washington quarter is worth that kind of money? First, look for the signs of doubling in the design, especially on Washington's hair and the lettering on the coin. Then, you'll want to have your coin professionally graded by a service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or professional coin grading service to verify its authenticity and condition. In some cases, these rare coins have been sold at auction for nearly $2 million, and that's no small change for a quarter. Remember, it's not just about the error. The coin's condition, its grade, plays a huge role in determining its value. A quarter in mint state, with no wear or damage, is much more valuable than one that's been heavily circulated. That's why it's so important to carefully inspect your coins. You never know when you might find a treasure that could change your life. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check your pockets, your coin jars, and your collections for that rare 1989p mint mark Washington quarter. If you think you've got one, don't wait, get it checked out, and who knows, you could be holding onto a small fortune.